think I was part of the Telegram community one time, and they had like over 100k members. They had over 100k members in their community.
It's a BlockTalk Radio.
I don't know if it's weird, but I don't know.
No, it's not weird.
So,
It's,
but I
it's
think
awesome.
I'll say.
This okay. You've said one
So
decentralization.
I'll think, yeah. Um, Man, this is a very difficult one. Okay, ownership. Yeah,
Ownership. Okay.
I'll say
Okay.
ownership. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say
okay.
ownership.
Ownership.
I mean,
And
I think it's still the same idea. I'm still in charge, basically. I love being in charge, so I'm still
Okay.
in charge.
boss lady. All right.
And
Okay.
what else?
Third one.
Can we just go with just two? Can we
No,
go with just
it must
two?
be three, or else you're going to do a virtual press up. Have you done a virtual press up before? We're going to go to the central line and you do a press up there.
Um,
You need some help. I need some
okay.
help.
Yeah. Just give me. But I think decentralization stood out for me for some reason.
Yeah.
It just stood out for me, and it was.
Okay, it's fine. Let's go with. It's fine. Let's go with two.
Yeah.
But either way, you're going to do a press up in the virtual world. Next time I see
No
you.
problem. No problem.
All right. I really appreciate you on this, and basically, I would say, the in 2020 during the COVID, I think that's when the whole remote job thing became very feasible, and coupled with the fact that the blockchain system adopted it fully. Because I've hardly ever seen a blockchain job that you have to go to the office. Like, it's always remote. I don't know if it's just me, but I've not seen.
Yeah, it exists.
It does, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but maybe not on this
Yeah,
part, in
yeah,
this
it
part of
does.
the world and all that, because I don't think we have any project that has a physical
Yeah.
office here in this part of the world. But all the same, thank you so much. Let's get back to the conversation.
Some do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Nice. So
No. I was saying that some of this project they do. Yeah.
they do have like an office where you go, like you're physical there, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the conversation. And in your experience, right? What are some challenges that Web3 communities often face, and how can they be handled or tackled for a long-run growth? What are some challenges you have actually seen that, this Web3 communities often face, and what do you think are like remedies or long-term remedies for these challenges?
Okay. I think one very important, issue that they do face has to do with growth. Web3 communities, Web3 projects are very keen on growing their community, right? It's literally important because even though in some sense, numbers do matter, right? Really, numbers do matter because that is the first thing people tend to see about your community. Even before they look at the engagement, the first thing they look at is always the numbers before they start, okay, let's see how the engagement is. So numbers do matter, right? To give that impression of, we are a good project, we are global, right? People know us like from far and wide, people know us, right? So it always has to do with growth, them being able to build their fan base, to grow their community members. I think that is always the first problem. The second problem would be, getting these people to be engaging, keeping them engaged, getting them, to converting them from just being followers or people in the community to becoming like real community members, in the sense that, okay, this person is holding our NFT, this person is, purchased our coins or our tokens, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, so let's start with the first one, which has to do with growth, right? So there are lots of strategies involved with growth, and I tend to see that most of these projects tend to go inorganic with growing their community members. So for me to curb that issue, that growth issue, I'm
Mm,
always like advising projects, do a mix of both organic and inorganic strategies, right? Don't just focus solely on inorganic strategies like
mm,
getting an influencer to make a tweet about you, or hiring a KOL to do a review about your project or stuff like that, just to get people coming in, right? Don't just focus on those inorganic strategies. Try to also do organic strategies as well, like partnership, building partnership with other projects, going on AMAs with this your partners, Twitter spaces with your partners, and
mm,
people just love you naturally when you do things
yeah.
like that. I mean, that is the beauty of organic strategies, right? Of growing your community. So basically do a mix of the both. Don't not just focusing on just inorganic. And then one way would be that I always advise project founders, project owners that you need to exercise patience when you're basically trying to grow a community. You need to understand that it takes a while. It's a gradual process. It's not something you just do out of the blue, because at the end of the day, when you rush the instead of you getting real people joining your community, you're now getting bots. Bots are now joining your community. People are now creating multiple accounts to join your community because you are doing maybe an airdrop, or you're giving out one kind of reward or stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is something I've seen a lot. I mean, I literally joined a Telegram community. I think I was part of a Telegram community one time, and they had like over 100K members. They had over 100K members in their community.
Okay.
But you get to see that out of these 100K members, at a time, you only see like 10 people online. I mean, it's very weird, right? I mean, out of 100K people in a community, you get to see that it is only 10 people online. I mean, come on.
That's
So
weird. Yeah.
that is one big issue. Yeah, that is one big issue, and it's always how the strategy you use to grow to get to that number of people that always cause that issue.
Mm,
Having leading to you having more bots in your community than actual people in your community, right? So that is
yeah.
one challenge that I've seen like a lot of projects pass through, and it's always because they rush certain processes. They're just trying to come on, let's grow this community, let's just get in the numbers, stuff like that. Now talking about engagement, right? The growth as well also affects the engagement rate. I mean, if you use like some, should I say, really bad strategy to grow your community, definitely is going to tell on your engagement. For
Mm,
example, you paid someone to add people to your community. Definitely those people that are joining are not interested in your project, are not interested in whatever you are building, right? At the end
mm,
of the day, you notice that you are getting literally zero, you're literally getting little engagement or even no engagement at all in your community, right? So the growth also affects the engagement rate in some way. So yeah, so for you to maintain like a good engagement rate, you need to
yeah.
also um work on your growth, like the strategy you are using to grow your community, right? So at the end of the day, like in summary, to round it all up, right?
Yeah.
The strategy you're basically using to grow or grow your community is very, very important, and you basically need to pay attention to the strategies that you are employing to grow your community members. So for me, I always try to do a mix of both organic and inorganic strategies. Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. That's fire. That's a whole lot we've learned from you. Thank you so much for that input. And as a community manager, what are your go-to strategies for, let's say, encouraging collaborations and knowledge sharing among community members? Because you made mention I think when we're talking about community, forgotten the point. I think when we started, you mentioned something around um, knowledge sharing and collaborations, especially that communities should learn to collaborate with other brands, or you get to share knowledge and stuff like that. So what's your go-to strategies for encouraging collaborations and knowledge sharing among community members?
Okay. I say okay. Well, I'll say supporting user generated content. That
Okay.
is just it to me. You need to be able to encourage users, generated content, user generated content in the sense that you encourage your community members to, tweet about you, encourage them to tweet about you, encourage them to, create an artwork about your project, encourage them to do like a game review about your project, and then at the end of the day you incentivize them for doing that, right?
Mm,
So incentivization is not just all about giving out money to them, it's not all about giving out USDT to them. Incentivization comes in different ways, right? So when
okay.
I use the word incentivization, it's not just all about okay, do this and you get
Get
fifty
this.
dollars do this and
Yeah.
you get $100. It
Okay.
comes in different ways, right? So as little as giving them a shout out is also incentivizing them,
Mm,
posting them on your Twitter that hey guys, someone just made a post, one of our community members created this artwork about us, is also incentivizing them, right?
mm,
That's what I mean by incentivization in this sense right now. So
okay.
one way to build, to cultivate that culture of collaboration among your community members, is to basically encourage them to share user generated content.
Content.
From time to time, you encourage them to do that. And anytime they do that, you post it on the official channels and, probably tag the person that did that, thanking the person, giving them like a spotlight, like okay, this community member did this, and before you know it, other community members will start doing theirs. I mean, you just basically posted one community member giving that person a shout out, other people will want to receive those praises and those shout outs as well, and before you know, everybody in your community is working to see what they can do, what can we do, what can we do, stuff like that. So yeah, and also letting them know that okay, you guys can share feedback with us, align them. I mean, before you make any decision, reach out
Yeah.
to them, create a poll, ask them to vote on what they think, and before you know it, collaboration starts from there. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I reckon with that a lot. So on the final note, we're running out of time, so we'll just quickly just have like two more questions and we'll let you go. We know you're a very busy woman, so let's give you your space in no
Yeah.
time. So on the final note, can you share like some success stories or probably memorable experiences of how a Web3 community you were involved with, okay, uh, made significant impact or achieved remarkable growth?
Okay. Growth as in globally or in the
Just,
community.
just yeah, in the community, globally, yeah, in general,
Okay.
yeah.
So I've worked with series of projects.
Okay.
I think I don't want to mention name, but
Oh,
I
okay.
worked with one that like did a big show in Poland. It was like a very big musical show, and they were able to scan people that participated in the show, stuff like that. I mean, it was
Yeah.
like a very big show in Poland. Then I don't want to mention the name of the project, but it was
Why?
quite
We want
yeah,
to
it was quite like
learn. It's
it
fine.
was a
It's
big
fine.
show. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a big show in Poland. Then they had like their biggest Poland artist, the biggest Poland artist then
Okay.
attended the show, and it was basically a concert for this musician. So yeah, it was a very big show. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. So, looking ahead,
Yeah.
what trends or developments do you anticipate in the future of Web3 communities, and how can they prepare? How can uh, we prepare for them?
I think AI is something that I think AI has a lot of way to go.
Mhm.
AI is just starting, and there are lots of potentials. I mean, that is why I'm currently studying AI.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I decided to study. I mean, I'm currently studying AI because I just have this sense that AI is going to do something
That's the next thing
positive.
of the
AI is going
Web3.
to do
That's the
something
next
great.
thing.
Yeah, that is the next big thing that is coming into, especially community management. When you talk about
Yeah.
community management,
Yeah.
AI is going to, I mean, okay, we talk about things like what's the name? What's the name? I'm trying to remember this tool that people are currently using for airdrops and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Zilly. Now,
Yidi. Okay.
formerly called Crew 3. Crew 3, I don't know if you heard about Crew 3.
Yeah,
It's
sure,
now
sure.
called Zilly.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel that there will be more products like that coming up, that will also help with community management, with, for projects, right? There are lots of tools coming up that will really help with community management. And most of these tools are going to be AI based in the future, right? So
Okay.
that is why I'm basically trying to leverage, that the opportunities from AI, and also try to, build my ground, so that whatever happens, if AI is there, I understand, how to make use of it to manage communities, and the rest. So yeah, AI is something that I think is going to change the landscape of community management in
So
future.
we should actually look out for AI as the next big thing
Yeah,
in community management. Okay.
yeah, we should.
Thank you so much for being part of BlockTalk Podcast today, Denise. Your name is Denise, right? Like Denise.
It's actually pronounced Denise.
Okay, Denise.
Yeah, Denise.
Oh, okay, okay. I've been calling you Denise all along. Forgive me. All right,
No, no,
thanks.
I'm used to that.
Oh, okay, okay. When I first saw the name, I
Yeah.
was like, Denise. Okay. Maybe she wants to just answer her dad's name or something.
No, no, no.
All right,
Not
it's
at
good.
all.
It's super good to have had you on the show, and you have contributed immensely to the show, and we're super grateful. But there's something we always do here at Block Talk before we leave. I know you want to leave now, but it's not time. You don't go yet. Now we have to play a game, and I just sent it on the chat. You just look at it. It's actually a tongue twister. So you are supposed to say these words without space, like go straight, and let's see if I'm going to say mine and you're going to say yours as well. So it's more like a tongue
Okay.
twister. Yeah, so it's starting from Satoshi. I think you've seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, so let's see how good you are with words, and I think you might even
Okay.
beat me. So you ready? You set? You ready?
Yeah, I am.
All right, then let's do it. The floor is yours.
Okay. Satoshi's blockchain stash a hash cache of cryptographic cache clashes with the flash of crashing markets and flashes of cryptocurrency clashes. Satoshi's blockchain stash a hash cache of
No, you're just supposed to say it once, and it's good. It's good. All right, all right. So that means the person that fails is going to do a press up.
wait, probably the ones are too, should I say, technical for this kind of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
next time try using less technical words, please.
All right. That's all good. But I think you nailed it the first time. You nailed it the first time, and it's fun. It's just super fun. So do you have like final words? Like, what would you like to tell anybody that wants to venture into probably what you do, which is community management? Do you have like some final words for them or something you would like to say before we wrap up the session?
Basically, keep learning. I mean, keep
Yeah.
building your skills to keep improving. I mean, you basically need to learn. After that, tend to volunteer. Just try to volunteer to projects. Give out your skills for free. Uh, this will basically help you get like the needed experience that you need to, function in that role or take on that role like very well.
Yeah.
And network, build connections in the space, network with people. Uh, be on the spotlight. I mean, join Twitter, join LinkedIn, post on these platforms.
Yeah.
Let people know you for who you are. Let people know you, okay, this person is a community manager, right? Create content, whatever social media platform you think is good with you. Yeah.
And that's a wrap on the show, folks. And we hope you found this episode very, very interesting. And we want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to you, our phenomenal guest, Denise. I'm sure I didn't even get the name this time around again. for,
No, no problem. All
for
good.
sharing your insights on what's empowering Web3 communities really is. Thank you so much, and we will really always appreciate you coming here some other time. So thank you for your time, and keep exploring. Just like you said, listeners should keep exploring, putting themselves out there, keep learning, and till we see you again next time. Thank you guys, and have a lovely day. Thank you, Dennis, and
All right.
bye for
Bye.
now. Yeah,
Bye.
yeah.